Okay guys, so I'm on round 2 of the border. I did turn the blanket around, so I'm working on the back side. It's just the same as if you go back and forth in rows. You know how you always have to turn your blanket, right? So I have turned my blanket. I did a standing half double crochet in the stitch before the corner. And then I did 3 half double crochets in the corner. This one is marking the second half double, or the one that's in the middle. And then I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in each single crochet along the border. Okay, so I've gotten started, so it'll be 3 half doubles in each corner, and I'm going to keep the corner marked with a stitch marker. And I will probably turn after each and every round instead of just going around and around. I will probably cut my yarn and turn. I don't know. Sometimes I like the look of it of when you turn your work. Hopefully that makes sense. So it's Thursday, Thanksgiving Day for me, and I'm hiding in my room crocheting. I'll give you guys some updates later, okay? Alright, so I am at the next corner, and you can see everything's a bit of a mess. I have yarn tails I didn't sew in, right? And I also have, I also have this marked. This is this first stitch of this round when I was working in this direction. Okay, and this one is marked because it is the middle of the 3 single crochets in the corner. Okay, and these are my yarn tails. I didn't sew them in yet because a lot of times I'm just too lazy to do it, and I will wait till the end to do it. So I'm getting ready to turn the corner. Okay, I'm going to stop being lazy. I'm going to sew in these 2 yarn tails from the first round that was single crochet. Okay, so here is my kit. Okay, got a little bit of everything. These are my needles over here. Okay, there's a big one, big metal, okay. There's plastic, and my medium to small size metal one. I think it's small. Actually, I have more, but I don't know where they're at the moment. It's like a sewing needle, okay? But it's not sharp. It's pointy, yeah, but it's not sharp enough to make you bleed like a sewing needle, like from your sewing machine. Alright, this is what I use. So, let's get these tails sewn in. I don't have my tripod with me today, so I can't sit you down and show you what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. That corner's all nice and clean now. No yarn tails sticking out. Alright, so the first side is done. I'm working on the second side, and this round is just all half double crochets with 3 half doubles in each corner. And the corner is whatever the middle stitch is, okay? So there was 3 single crochets, so the second one is the middle stitch, and that makes the corner. So there's 3 half doubles. This is the second one, makes the corner. Alright, so I'm just going to sit for an hour and crochet and try and relax. I'll catch up with you guys. Alright guys, I have finished round 2. This is the first stitch of round 2. I slip stitch into that, turn the blanket, I chained 2 to go up for some height, and then I did my first half double crochet in this space in between the stitches. So I am on round 3, where I'm finally doing the half double crochets in between stitches. See, in between each half double crochet of the row before. Okay, and you see this spot right here? Normally we would work into here, which is where the loops are from the stitch, right? But we are in between. So I am at the start of round 3. So, alright, so this shows me my chain 2, where I went up for height. This is my first stitch of the row before, and this is my corner, where there are 3 half double crochets in the same stitch, and this is the middle stitch. Lots going on in that corner. Okay, so I'm not sure where I left you with the last clip. Today's Friday. I'm on the 3rd side of the third round of the border. Yep. I'm almost getting to the corner, and I will show you what I do in the corners, okay? Okay guys, I'm going to try and show you what I do here on the corner, okay? Because this is something a little different than what I normally do. So for the first round, there are 3 single crochets in the same spot, okay? And it's the second single crochet that we work in when we come around on round 2. So on round 2, there are 3 half doubles in the second single crochet of the row before, right? So now that we're on the third round, I'm not doing any stitches in this second half double crochet because all of these stitches are in between, right? So what we do is we find that first half double crochet and then a stitch before it, and we are actually going to work 2 half doubles in there, and then we're going to skip this second one, and we're going to find the space between that second half double and that third half double from the round before, right here. And we're going to work 2 half doubles in here, okay? So the stitch marker is just letting me know that was my second half double crochet in the corner. So I'm going to be working 2 in there. And what this does, it kind of creates a little space that becomes the corner for this round. If that makes sense. It's so hard to put it into words. It's so hard to describe it. It's even harder to show you on camera. Alright, so there's 1 and 2. If I can do it without pulling my fibers of my yarn. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and work the first half double going down the other side. Alright. So, there's 2 here, there's a space here, and there's 2 here. I did not chain 1 to create that space. It's just how the half doubles work. It just automatically creates a space. And if you hear that noise, my microphone likes to pick up a lot of stuff. My husband's cleaning the gutters, so I will turn the camera off and take a break until he's done. But this is, I'm done the third side of round 3. This is the 4th side, and then I will reach the end of the round and then work on round 4. Hello, my crocheting friends. Today is Saturday the 25th of November. I think. I am on round 4 of the border. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got about 2 more sides to go. I feel like I'm not explaining this border very well, but that's because I kind of make it up as I go along. So when I'm done, I will write down some notes, and if there's anything you guys have questions on that I wasn't very clear with, you're going to have to leave it down in the comments below, because I don't always watch these clips after I film them, so I don't always know what I said or what I didn't say. I don't actually notice until I'm sitting at the computer doing edits. So it's going to have to be something that I answer after you know, after the video goes up. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys will let me know what you need clarification on in the border, okay? So, here's my blanket so far. And I gotta tell you, I have had such a tremendous amount of joy working on this blanket. So, here we go. See, my first round was single crochets. Second round was half doubles. The third round was half doubles in between stitches. 4th round is half doubles in between stitches. Now I'm going to go until this skein of yarn runs out. And hopefully it'll run out at a corner or the beginning of the round or the end of the round. And then I'm going to finish it with this ducky yellow that I couldn't quite fit into the blanket. I felt like the yellow just didn't fit anywhere. But I think it's going to fit on the border. Yeah, actually in real life this is a lot warmer and creamier than the camera's picking up. So, Yeah. All right. So I have some time before I have to go do anything with any of the kids, and I'm gonna get some crocheting done. Okay, so I want to show you guys. This is 4 rounds of the border on this side. Okay, the single crochet, the half double in between stitches, and another half double in between stitches. This is only 4 rounds. It's not quite as thick as I want it to be. So here I am when I turn the corner. This is 5 rounds, okay? I only have this much left in my skein. I might be able to get all the way around with it, but I don't know. I have a second skein downstairs. So I want to keep going. I will keep going until I feel like this border is thick enough. It's really just about feeling, I guess. It's not enough for me. I want it nice and chunky, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna keep on going. I'm losing the light a little bit. It's kind of gray out. So I'm gonna crochet a little bit more before I have to go do anything with the kids, and I will catch up with you guys probably tomorrow. Okay. Hi, friends. How are you guys doing today? For me, it is Monday. Monday, November 27th. Last time I saw you guys was on Saturday. I was still working on the border. Round 4, round 5, half double crochets in between stitches. I didn't do any crocheting on Sunday because I had a problem with my depression and the meds. I realized that I can no longer be off my antidepressant. I have to be on it every single day. When I first started taking it, it was to help control my anger issues so I wouldn't be so short-tempered with my kids. So, without going into too much detail, my anger issues can make me prone to lashing out. So, the antidepressant I was on gave me some breathing room, okay? So I wouldn't be so quick to anger with little kids in the house. I also know that most of my depression stems from a chemical imbalance in the brain. It's not something I asked for. I didn't choose to be depressed, okay? I do not create enough serotonin in my brain to be normal. People don't understand that. People think that depression is a choice, it's a lifestyle choice, and it certainly is not. I would never wish this on my worst enemy. Not ever, ever. So by the end of Saturday night, I was not in a good place. I was, how to put it so YouTube doesn't get mad at me. I can be prone to thoughts of not being alive. Okay. So the medication helps with that. And by Saturday night, I was deep in the throes of it, that I am nothing. I am nobody, that I am worthless, and that I shouldn't be here. So, first thing Sunday morning when I got out of bed, I took my antidepressant because it did come back in stock at the pharmacy. And by Sunday afternoon, I felt so much better and I felt more like my normal self. So, it just reaffirms for me that I've been on antidepressants solidly for 10 years, and before the 10 years, off and on, because we were trying to find the right medication and the right dosage that would work for me. So if you guys are in the middle of that, if you are being diagnosed and the doctor wants to prescribe medication, if the medication is not working, try a different one. I know it's hard because you just feel like a failure. Just try a different medication because they all work a little differently. Sometimes it's not the medication, sometimes it's the dosage. Every time the doctor prescribes something for me, he prescribes a really big dosage. Me, I am on the smallest dosage possible, and I learned this by experimenting myself. The doctor would give me a prescription, and I would take that pill and cut it in half and see if it did what I needed to do. And then if I was still suffering too many side effects or it wasn't quite right, I would cut it in half again. And that's how I found the dosage that I'm on today. Now, my doctor got really mad at me for it, but I'm like, he's like, you can't change your dosage like that. I'm like, in the day-to-day, in the daily grind, when you are in the thick of it, yes, you do. You have to. As long as you're not over-medicating yourself and taking too many, it's okay to experiment and just cut the pill in half and see if you need a lower dosage. So I'm sorry for the public service announcement, but depression is very much a part of my life, as much as crocheting is, as much as reading books is, as much as being married to my husband and having 3 teenagers in my house. It's very much a part of my life. So by the end of Saturday night, I was not good. I was not in a good place. And first thing Sunday morning, took my antidepressant, and I'm more calm. I'm on more of an even keel. I no longer wish to not be here. So we have some crocheting to do. I would really like to get this blanket done before the end of November, but I think we've only got like 3 days to go. I don't even know how many days are in November. Yeah, 30. So today and then 3 more days after that. I would really love to get this blanket done, because in December I want to work on tree skirts. Okay, I have so many ideas in my head for different colors, for vibes and themes with tree skirts. I want to make a blue and white one with a winter theme. I want to get working on that so bad. So here's my blanket. Remember, spider stitch crochet along that we're working on. I'm up to the border. First round was single crochets just to get me started. The second round was half double crochets. The third round is a half double crochet in between the stitches of the row before, and the next row is half double crochets in between stitches. Now, I am turning my work. I'm not, like, you know, when you do 4 sides and then you just go up and then you just start your next side and you go around. When I get to the end of the round, I am chaining up and I'm turning my work and I'm working in the other direction. And I'm doing that at the end of every single round, okay? I do that sometimes with the half double crochet, because sometimes the half double crochet, when you sit it on top of each other, doesn't quite give me the look that I'm looking for, if that makes any sense. And these corners, I know that I'm explaining it to you as I go along, and I'm sorry if it's confusing, especially for those who don't know too much about crocheting. I will try to be more coherent by the time we're done, and when I give out all the information about the blanket, like when I do the size and how much yarn and how much money I spent and how many hours I spent making it. So this is my second skein of Big Twist Value by Joann's, and it is called Ivory, although I call it creamy white, soft white. I'm getting ready to attach that now, and I'm going to try to get some work done, because depression can kiss my ass. And I do have value, and I have people who love me, even if I can't always love myself. And I'm not worthless. And I matter. I matter to the people in this house who love me very much, flaws and all. Alright, so since I'm in the middle of a round, I am doing the Russian join, and there are so many people out there do so much better tutorials on how to do a Russian join. If you look it up, you'll come up with dozens of videos. Heck, I even did it in a video to show you guys how it works, because it's new to me. I've only been doing this Russian join for like the last 4 or 5 years or so. I found it through Pinterest, you know, a pin on Pinterest that went to a blog post that had a YouTube video in it. I gotta tell you, YouTube, I didn't watch YouTube until 2019. I've only been, as a YouTube watcher, it's only been like 4 years. And it only took me 2 years of watching book videos before I started my own book channel. 3 years before I started my own crochet channel. I actually, here's the thing. I actually do not watch a lot of crochet channels. I watch knitting channels, and I guess maybe that's because I don't knit and I don't know how, and I don't think I want to learn. Looks complicated. They use both hands at the same time. Oh, you can always tell when there is a crocheter doing a video and it's actually a knitter who also crochets, because you'll see that they actually use both hands. They'll use their yarn hand to wrap that yarn around the hook and not move the hook. A crocheter will move the hook. A knitter will move the yarn. At least that's what I've noticed. So I don't know. You can always correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys notice in the videos of all the crafters that you watch? Now I do watch I watch videos about craft rooms, because oh, how I wish I had a craft room and not the middle of my living room, the sides of my bedroom. I wish I had a craft room sometimes. But in order for that to happen, I would need a bigger house, or a house that didn't have my kids in it. And I like having my kids in the house. Yeah, so there we go. My join is done, and I'm off to work now. But yeah, okay, so yeah, I watch craft room videos, people who do all kinds of crafting. So they have a room in their house dedicated to it, or a part of their basement, or a spare bedroom, you know, just wherever they put these craft rooms in their houses. I like to see how they organize them, decorate them, reorganize them. When they do purges, when they purge some of their craft supplies, because they bought too much or they lost interest, where it's like, I'm going to try out scrapbooking and buy all the tools, and then realize they really don't like scrapbooking, so then they get rid of all the tools. I have a feeling a lot of us can relate to that. But crocheting has always been for me my first and foremost love and passion. I never picked up knitting, embroidery, any kind of hand stitching stuff. Occasionally fabric. I do love fabric. I love going into the fabric stores and looking at fabric and the prints and the pictures that they have on them, and dream of making a quilt. Now I do have fabric. You've seen my video from well over a year ago. I do have a bin that has fabric in it, but do I ever sew those squares together to make a quilt? No. Am I going to get rid of all of it? Not yet, because I already purged some of it last year. I'm sorry. January of 2023. So not last year, but almost a year ago. Oh my goodness. I tell you, when I get done filming these videos and I do edits and I get them up on YouTube, they go completely out of my head. It's not that I forget what I did or what I said. It's just over and done with for me. And like sometimes you guys, you'll leave a comment and I'll be like, what are they talking about? And you know, my husband or one of the kids will be like, well, because you said that in your video. I'm like, did I don't know. I just sit in front of the camera and talk. I don't always remember what I say, which please don't take offense to that. That's just me. So yeah, you know, up until 2019, I never actually watched YouTube. I always thought it was just for cat videos and those kids that do pranks and punk people and jackass theme type stuff. That's what I thought YouTube was. I didn't know it actually had some real content on there. But then I found what they call BookTube, and I fell in love because I love reading books and I love talking about books. So I started a book channel, which I have completely neglected that channel. I have not done a video since July, but that's partly because I've been in a really bad reading slump. I pick up a book, I read the first paragraph, the first page, the first chapter, put the book down and never go back to it. So I'm in a massive reading slump. I've gone through dozens of books and nothing has held my attention. So we had a power outage last night, completely random. It happened after midnight, around 12:30 a.m. You'd be like, well, how do you know you had a power outage? Aren't all the lights out? Aren't you in bed sleeping? Yeah, I may be in bed, but I sleep with a ceiling fan on all year long because I'm always warm. So the minute my fan stopped turning, I knew the power was out. And we've got some kind of storms going on. It's very windy, so more than likely wind just knocked power line loose somewhere. Maybe there was an accident somewhere. I don't know. Power's off for about an hour, and all I do is lay in bed and sweat because I don't have my ceiling fan. Okay, did I talk your ear off enough? Battery juice. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna turn it off for a little bit and then I will come back, okay? So, how about if you crochet along with me while I work on the border? I love doing the half double crochet in between stitches. I find it so relaxing. Okay, so I am on my sixth round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so while I'm on the sixth round, the first round was just plain old single crochets. Everything else, the other 5 rounds are half doubles, okay? So this, I think, is going to be my last round in this color. Then I'm going to switch over to a yellow that I have. So I want to get to the end of this 5th round with this creamy white. Snip the yarn and then go eat, do some edits on this video and get it up. I'm sorry it's a day late. I was thinking about doing a video about all the crocheted Christmas themed stuff that I have in my house. I have Christmas stockings that were made by my great grandmother in the 70s that are made, that I actually still own most of them. I was the one person that was always wanted to hold on to stuff like that, being sentimental the way I am. So I think I have what's left out of all of them because we all had one growing up. So Christmas stockings, okay. I have my first original Christmas tree skirt that I made back in 1989. I have a crocheted angel that's a doll. Well, it's a plastic doll, but with the angel dress crocheted for her. I have a Santa sack, where, you know, you put gifts in a bag. It's a bag. It's a crocheted bag that's called a Santa sack. So I wanna do a video on the crocheted stuff that has been around with me for a very long time. So as much as I'm enjoying this crochet along, it's time to finish it up and move on to other things. I just tried putting a single crochet in there instead of a half double. See, look how chunky that border is. I'm loving how thick that is. So my husband and I have an artificial tree for Christmas. Now, we do switch, like every couple years we'll go buy a real tree, or sometimes we'll go cut it down. There we have tree farms around where you can go cut down your own tree. But this year it's an artificial tree, and it comes in. All right, so there's the stand, and then there's the bottom piece, the middle piece, and the top piece, right? I need the stand and I need the bottom piece because I need to measure the Christmas tree skirt that I'm working on to see if I've got the right width or circumference, the roundness, to see if it's big enough for the tree. So we have this little cubby storage area that's underneath of our steps that go upstairs, and it's kind of an awkward corner. So I get in there, I get the stand out, and I pull out a part of the tree. It's the middle part and not the bottom part. Turns out the bottom part is all the way in the back of the cubby, and I'm too short to reach it. I've got to wait for my husband with his longer arms to get back there for me. All right, so I'm up to the corner. All right, when your corner is rounded off like this, it's not a sharp point. That middle stitch can move itself around. Don't worry about it too much, because unless there's a crocheter buying your blanket, nobody notices. All right, so I'm also alternating. Realize I can't talk with the stitch marker in my mouth. I'm alternating one round on one corner. I do. Let me see, how do I put this? The last time I did this corner, I did 2 half doubles here, skipped this middle stitch, and did 2 half doubles here. Okay, this time around, in this little spot that happened in between those, I'm doing 3 half doubles in the same space. Now, I am going to write this out or even draw it out in a little diagram, like with crochet symbols, but I'll also put the words on there so you can see what I mean, because every other row is 3 half doubles in the same spot, but the next round and the next row it's 2 half doubles in one spot, and then you skip, and then 2 half doubles. So sounds complicated, but it's not. It's just, for me, I don't know what it is. It's just so hard to explain with using the words rounds, rows, corners, previous, this, that, the other thing. I don't know. It sounds complicated, but it's not. Crap, what did I do? Yep. My hook is pulling at the fibers of the yarn and splitting them. Now maybe it's time to go take a break, huh? I really want to finish round number 5 of the half doubles in between stitches, and then I will go take a break. Okay, so I turn that corner. Now I got to shift the blanket. Okay, yep, just the long side to go, and then I will be done for the day. And I'm happy with the progress that I've made. A few more minutes of going like this. Okay, yeah, my camera's flashing at me. I gotta turn it off. I will come back and give you one last update and show you what the blanket's looking like, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, check it out. Border's looking pretty good, right? Yeah, I'm loving this. You can tell my corners are a little wonky. That's where I start and end the row. Well, but how about that corner? That corner's looking good. Yeah. And this is the color. Did I show you the yellow that I want to add in? Yeah. I think it'll finish it off nicely since I didn't put yellow in the blanket anywhere. Although the yellow might have done really well right there. Ooh. But I didn't have a second yellow. This was the only yellow I had. I didn't have a second one, so I'm going to use that for the border. Okay, I'm gonna end the video here. If I can hold my camera still. Now I'm a little shaky. I need to go eat. Okay. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Our crochet along is almost done, so then we can start getting ready for Christmas and doing whatever it is that we all do for Christmas. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. And for listening to me. Whoo! Hello, Arlo. Oh, yeah? Say hello. Hey, go. In the microphone. No? You know, this cat, I've had cats my whole life. This guy talks, okay? And I've never had a cat talk as much as Mr. Arlo does. Never. We give him a microphone, he gets quiet. Aww. Yeah, alright. So I'm getting goofy now. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.